They don't make good pets, and in Barrie you're not supposed to have them anyway.
Right.
So, and that's another reason the woman got rid of them from Newmarket.
We're going to talk more. We're going to chat more. You've brought a lot more, so definitely more zoo tours. We're going to throw it over to Alex now. What are you doing?
You know what? Those would be some great things to take pictures of. You could probably get some pretty cool pictures. Actually, I wish we could get pictures of, maybe my face while I'm going, whoa, it jumped. Anyway, besides the point, we're talking photography here with Mackenzie Kerr. Thank you for joining me today. You are from the photography class at Nantyre Shores High School in Innisfil. You like yourself some photography?
Yes.
What is it about photography that draws you in?
I think it's that the fact that I can go out into the world and find something so beautiful and be able to capture it and share it with other people.
But that's part of the challenge of it.
Yes.
Sometimes you can find something beautiful, but you can't always do that.
Yeah, like my eye will show something else and then my camera lens won't pick it up and I'll get so frustrated.
We got a whole bunch of pictures back here because you guys have a Back to Basics photography show coming up on May 29th. Let's take a look at some of the things that you guys got going on here. What do we have here? Because I was a little confused. This is a chrysalis or a cocoon of sorts. We don't quite know which way it goes.
Yes, so it's the last stages of a cocoon to make a butterfly, and it was for our environment show that we had at our school.
Excellent. This one, you guys are not going to believe this photo here. You guys are working with digital SLR cameras that you're being able to provide.
Yes.
This one, though, one of the most beautiful ones you brought, done with an iPhone.
Yes. And the reflection's actually a puddle too.
This is just a puddle. This is spring melt off.
Yes.
Right? What's our next one? Ooh, a lot of effort went into this. And of course, you're talking getting back to basics. We're not going to do any altering of the photos.
No.
We aren't going to do any funky little filters. This is all natural.
Yes.
This one, the story behind this. It took a while, didn't it?
Yes, it took her a very long time to get that photo.
Whereabouts is this?
I believe it is on Lake Simcoe.
Yeah.
It was in the summertime at her cottage, so she was just on the boat and she decided to take a picture of that.
It took a while because, I mean, you can see that there's the wispiness of the water. In order to get that, you got to really leave your aperture open or closed, or your shutter speed.
My shutter speed has
to be slow.
Yeah.
All right, and then this is yours.
Yes.
Very beautiful shot here.
Thanks.
Tell me what happened here.
So I was actually on the lake and I was walking my dog and I just had my camera with me because I like to just bring it just in case. And I looked over and there was this ring around the sun and I'm like, that looks so cool. So I took a picture of that and it's actually ice crystals in the atmosphere that shaped as a sphere.
Because this winter was bloody cold.
Yes. Yeah, and the sun reflects off them, so it creates a halo around the sun.
Beautiful photography. All the best with learning this craft in the future. May 29th, the Back to Basic Photography show at Nantyre Shores High School. Thank you again.
Thanks.
We'll have more daytime coming up.
First, okay. He is on a wireless.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, sorry.
Will it work?
Welcome back to Daytime. Well, as I'm saying, spring is sprung and many people are putting their house on the market. But are you getting the right price for your house? Or possibly you could have done a few things to make it a little bit rejuvenized. To tell us how to do just that and what we should be rejuvenating, we do have Glenn Prairie from Total Living Concepts. Thank you so much for being here, Glenn.
Well, thank you for having me.
We love when you come on, especially when you're giving us great information for the springtime and in our homes.
Well, you're welcome.
Let's talk a little bit about what should we be doing when it comes to fixing up our homes. What's going on in the housing market right now?
Well, I believe the housing market is very hot and so forth, but are they getting the maximum dollar for, what they're selling?
Exactly.
And, if you've lived in a house for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, have you been maintaining it?
Right.
Because obviously, in any area, there's a low price and there's a high price.
Exactly. And especially when people are living in their homes, they might not see things that other people are seeing.
Right. I think what you have to do is it's not just a simple paint job anymore of, of highlighting a home and, put it on the market. I think what you have to think about is who am I competing against? And very often it's the new home market, or it's somebody who's just recently renovated their home.
Exactly.
And I'm a firm believer that you can take your home, and let's assume your home is worth $300,000, or it doesn't really matter, $600,000.
Right.
And are you at the top of your market, or are you at the bottom of your market? So, how well does your home show?
Right.
So I guess that's what we do, is we try to increase that value.
Well, and you do it so well. Everything you bring is so elegant, classy. There's so many different styles, and you just put such a great twist to different layouts of a home. So we have a list here that when we're talking about what we're looking for, we talked about what is your competition. So maybe look at the other houses on the street that would be for sale.
Yes, in your area, or certainly maybe a kilometer around or a couple of kilometers, and find out what's out there and what's for sale.
Right.
How are have they done renovations? Does it have street appeal? That whole thing. It's very important.
So
you're really trying to find out what is my market, and who am I trying to compete against, and that sort of thing. So do you need to upgrade that bathroom? Is it, does it look 40 years old, 50 years old? Do you need to update that kitchen? And I think the important thing is, and what the real estate people are telling us, and same with the builders out there, they're saying, that a well-renovated kitchen or a well-renovated bathroom should return investment of 80-90%.
And those are the two factors that many people are looking at when they're going into a home. Is this kitchen, how's the functionality of it? How is the way that the bathroom is flowing? Is there two sinks for his and her? Things like that.
Exactly, and it depends on dynamics of the family, of course, and how much space you have, right, is how we're going to approach it. A lot of people would like to take out that wall for the living room that we never really use. We use the family room, but we don't use the living room, right?
Yeah.
Or we're changing that dining room, we're putting the dining room in the living room, and then maybe enlarging the kitchen. Now, maybe this is too much of an investment to put in before you sell your home, because again, we don't know where you're at. So we sit down and talk to you and find out what your needs are, and then recommend according to.
What are some things that we could do when it comes to maybe our home and our bathroom? Changing even the fixtures and the knobs on our cupboards, things like that? Well,
certainly, yeah. Just a simple little makeover, but again, is the outside finish of your cabinetry, do they look good,
Right.
and that sort of thing. So just by changing the knobs, you're doing a surface thing, right?
Right.
The countertops, even though the hype is granite or solid surface, that may not be enough. You're just putting a Band-Aid over something that may be totally unfunctional and is working against you.
So it's good to get some consultation.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. And I'm not suggesting spending the world, but they do suggest that, if you're thinking of buying a new home in a new subdivision and so forth, you've got land development taxes, you've got the sale of your home,
True.
real estate costs, and they're trying to, I think the Builders Association was trying to total up these figures, and they were coming up with $50,000 to $70,000.
Wow.
That these are the costs that you know, if you got development charges of $30,000 for a new home, and then you've got real estate fees of, let's say, $15,000, there's $45,000 right away, and it doesn't take long to add up the lawyer's bills and
Exactly.
you know, moving costs and all that sort of thing, right?
Right.
So
what you're saying almost is that it could be more economical to buy an older home and fix it up than buying that brand new home, because also the older homes generally have a bigger lot.
A bigger lot. You know, you don't have a postage size. You have mature trees. You probably have the driveway already paved. You know, the garden shed out the back, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of benefits. You know, full mature trees, what have you, and hopefully walking distance to school for, you know, young children, for a young family and whatever.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can stage those renovations if that's what you're doing, purchasing that home, and do that. You know, a lot of people would like to have that all done for them, but you know, hey, let's face it, budgets are budgets, and we all have to
live
abide by
within
them.
them. Exactly. Unfortunately, when is it going to grow on trees, Glenn?
I don't
Total
know.
Living Concept should get on that. Trees that grow money in the back. But also another big thing that sells a home, especially husbands and wives, they're going around. I mean, my husband and I are looking at homes now, and kitchen, bathroom, but also for me, closet. That
Closets.
is huge.
Right. We've just recently taken on Closet Made, which is a built-in closet system that is customized to your closet. So you can have drawers, you can have everything from belt racks to tie racks to you know, double racking systems for shirts and long clothes, and so it just depends on what you want, and be quite attractive.
That closet is unbelievable. That is a dream closet right there. And if that is easy to accomplish and easy to get, I want one.
Well, you know, just in a simple little area, that really proves it, right? But if you have that spare bedroom of, you know, the last kid that's moving out to college and so forth, grab it.
Yeah, grab that room and make the whole thing a closet.
Right.
That sounds fantastic. Now, when you talk about, generally speaking, who makes the decisions when it comes, who do you think makes the decisions when it comes to buying the house?
Well, I think there's always a joint decision that is happening out there. You know, they consult with each other, the two partners. But I think ultimately it is the lady of the house that she's got to be comfortable and understanding the neighborhood and so forth, and making sure that it all works for her.
Exactly.
He's probably more laid back, and whatever makes her happy is
He's good with it.
He's good. Well, he better be.
He better be. I like that. I just wanted to see here some questions that people should ask themselves, you know, in regards to why are you moving? Is it because you're looking for a larger space, or are they just needing to revamp, right?
Well, if I could touch that on a bit, and especially with assisted living and everything else now, and because you may be moving because you can't live in your house because maybe the doorways aren't wide enough, and I have a walker or a wheelchair or something like that. All those renovations can be accommodated for, and I know there's studies going on right now in the University of Minneapolis or Michigan, I'm not sure which one, but they're looking at what the cost factors are. You know, our institutions today cannot handle these costs, or the public cannot handle the costs. And it's costing a lot of money now to, so they're looking at saying, stay in your home as long as you can. Yep. And if you need to renovate to accommodate that, well, we're here to help.
Exactly.
And I think some of that money, when you think of assisted living, what are they talking about, $3,000-4,000 a month in some of these places? And boy, you add that up in a couple of years' time, I mean, you could be maybe comfortably sitting in your own rocking chair in your house.
In your own home that memories were created in. And that's a thing that people sometimes forget, and how expensive moving costs are as well. Glenn, it's always a pleasure. Total Living Concepts. You're able to revamp exactly what you already have and make it like a whole new place.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank
always
you
a
for
pleasure.
having me.
Let's throw it over to Zoo Tours now and see what Alex is holding. Alex?
Yeah, you know what? I wonder how much a good little pet room would be for somebody. Because, are we going to go up? Are we crawling up there? Okay, yeah, back here with Zoo Tours, and we have rats. Hello. Look at him, he's so cute. I've actually never had a rat on my shoulder before, but Zoo Tours always get you out of your shell to do that. Back here with Chris and Rachel. Rachel, you have a very unique rat there, who I think likes your hair because it's jealous of the fact that it has your hair.
It's trying find out what having
What's
hair is
happening
all
here?
about today.
Your shirt says, I like naked mole rats. Well, you also seem to like naked regular rats.
Yes, we do.
You forgot your clothes today there, bud. You're streaking.
Spring's here. So
Spring's here. Okay.
everybody likes being naked in the spring.
And this is Fanny.
This is Fanny, because you can see the
Yeah.
Fanny.
Well, she's a bit of a chubby girl.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Really? And this is
And
Kitty.
this is Kitty, because she's actually
Like a
she is a
cat.
Dumbo Siamese rat, and Siamese isn't her breed; it's
Oh,
just the coloration of her fur.
you're tickling me there, bud.
So she looks like she's a
But-
Siamese cat.
You guys, we've been on here, and all these animals you found within the past week or two.
Yes, yeah. Not even 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we've got one more coming up.
And they're not what I would call rescues, because
No.
these people took very good care of their animals.
Well, you can tell
It's
that
just-
they're very friendly
Yes.
and very nice and tame with you. So they've
Yes.
had proper exposure to people to know